Happy Thursday, boys and girls. It's Miss Morton, back with reading. We're going to start by reviewing our sight words, all of them that we've learned so far. Who knows what this word is? To, the, I, a, we, like, see, and good job. All right, are you ready? I'm gonna say a word and we're gonna find out what beginning sound it has, and then I want you to tell your grown-up 2 more words that start with the same beginning sound, okay? So we're gonna start with bat. Bat. What letter does bat start with? The letter B. B, bat, B. Good job. Can you think of 2 more words that start with the letter B? I want you to tell your grown-up. All right. Spider. Spider. What letter says S? All right, come up with 2 words and tell your grown-up that's 2 words that start with S. Great work. Ready? Pumpkin. 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 P. Come up with 2 words that start with the letter P. All right, ready? Witch. Witch. That's a W, you're right. All right, can you come up with 2 words that start with the w sound? Great work. All right, last one, ghost. Ghost. Ghost, a G. Come up with 2 words that start with the G. All right. We're gonna read Pick a Pumpkin, Mrs. Millie. This is a funny story. It has lots of rhyming words in it. I want you to keep your ears open for rhyming words. Mrs. Millie, our teacher, is really silly. Good morning, class. She says, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you too, Mrs. Millie, we say. Today we are going to the pumpkin pets, Mrs. Millie tells us. Don't be silly, Mrs. Millie. You mean the pumpkin patch. We'll pick pumpkins for our harvest party and bring them yak to school. No, we shout. You mean back to school. We line up to get on the bus. It's cold today, Mrs. Millie says. Don't forget your jackals. Don't you mean our jackets? We ask, giggling. At the farm, Farmer Don greets us at the gate. We'll go on a hayride, says Mrs. Millie. Everybody on the dragon. Don't be silly, Mrs. Millie. You mean the wagon. The hayride takes us down the road. Look, calls Mrs. Millie, a hair crow. We know what you mean. A scarecrow, we tell her. We climb off the wagon and run into the field. Be sure to pick a big one, calls Mrs. Millie. Mrs. Millie, you mean a big one. We wade through the muddy field. Look for round orange pumas, calls Mrs. Millie. Pumpkins, we shout. After everyone has found a pumpkin, we load them onto the wagon. Now we'll visit the barn, says Mrs. Millie. You can be the animals. Don't be silly, Mrs. Millie. You mean see the animals. We feed the horses. We toss grain to the chickens. Mrs. Millie takes a picture of the pigs. It's time to pet the boats, she says, smiling. Silly Mrs. Millie, you mean the goats. Mrs. Millie pets a billy. Let's help Farmer Don snake the leaves, says Mrs. Millie. You're so silly, we cry. You mean rake the leaves. We jump into a leaf pile. I spy a corn maze, says Mrs. Millie. Who wants to play hide and sheep? Hide and seek, Mrs. Millie, we yell. Ready for some hot apple cider, asks Mrs. Millie. You mean apple cider, we say. How can you be so silly? Finally, it's time to leave. We'll take our pumpkins back to Mule, says Mrs. Millie. We know what you mean. Back to school, we shout. We can carve them into jack-o'-lanterns. Silly Mrs. Millie, you mean jack-o'-lanterns, we tell her. Wasn't the pumpkin patch fun? Mrs. Millie says as we line up for the bus. Yes, Mrs. Millie, we had fun, we shout. Farmer Don loads our pumpkins onto the bus. Thank you, we tell him. As the bus pulls away, we wave goodbye to Farmer Don and his Billy boats. Are they really Billy boats or are they Billy goats? They're Billy goats. This is a silly story, isn't it? Ms. Morton loves this story. All right, did you hear lots of rhyming words in there? I hope so. All right, next I want you to find a nice quiet area, get some books, and practice reading. Remember the 3 ways we can read? Read the pictures, read the words, and then retell the story. And you can also look for our sight words in the words of our story and see if you can find any words you recognize. I want you to spend as much time as you want or can reading your stories because reading is great practice. All right, have a great day.